Well, good morning, everybody. Got my coffee. Well, are there any more early birds this morning? It's not 5:30 yet. Oh, still getting used to this live thing. I'll tell you one thing. I did not want to get up this morning. Oh, I am still. Oh, excuse me. Yesterday was rough. Today, not so much because it keeps sticking out. I think I'm going to just have to get it all cut off. Oh, good morning, TK. How are you? Nice to see somebody else is up this early. So, how are you this morning? I don't know about where you are. I woke up this morning and I could hear the rain outside and it's drizzling. And I come downstairs and I turn on the news to get the weather to see how long this rain is going to go. And they're talking it's changing to snow. It was in the 60s yesterday. Can you believe it? Ah, I am not ready for that. It was so beautiful yesterday, running around in t-shirts, and we're getting snow. Oh, so TK, do you have your coffee? Are you a coffee drinker? Oh yeah, recovering from the family gathering. Yes, we had that too. And you know how my husband is doing it? Uh, used to be a coffee drinker, but no longer, huh? That's the way my husband is. He used to drink coffee with me. Now he doesn't have any drink any of it. And I drink coffee. I didn't start drinking coffee till I was in my 20s. So, oh, good morning, Angel. Here she comes. Good morning. There she is. Yes, she's coming up for her morning cuddle. She hasn't figured out the cameras in that direction. All she knows is I'm talking. Yeah, anyway, we had our family dinner yesterday too. Of course, my husband was sitting on the couch and everybody else was doing everything else. But hey, what you gonna do? Everybody thinks they want to eat, so it's nice to be with family though. So since we're going to be moving out of the area, I'm going to take every advantage. The next family time is 4th of July, I think. And we might still be here 4th of July. So, TK, if you don't drink coffee, what's your morning routine? I got to have my coffee in the morning. I see there's a little bit of delay, I guess, in the chat. I have to get used to this. This is definitely different. I'm used to be on the other side of this thing. You know, vinegar water. Now that's interesting. Use apple cider vinegar? Because I usually do that later in the day. Yeah, apple cider vinegar is very good for you. I try to remember to do that like mid-morning or mid-afternoon. What I've started doing, and this is really good, is I put a little bit of apple cider vinegar and a little bit of lemon juice and 1 packet of stevia, and then I fill it with cold water, and it is so good. And that's a way of getting apple cider vinegar into me too. And I try to have that at least once a day. So is it warm where you are, or is it still cold? I said they're talking snow. I've got the news on behind the computer. It's muted though. Just looking at the weather radar. Okay, it must be a little VW. Oh, vinegar water. Ah, I'll clue in. What can I say? I'm slow this morning. Busy day yesterday, eating things I shouldn't have been eating, and I'm paying for it today. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I haven't quite gotten that far. I'm doing good to drink it once a day. So do you have any questions, TK, for me? I'm still getting used to this live thing. Are you into horses or anything? Yeah, you must be somewheres around in my area then, because that's what it looks like we're getting. Ugh. It's like it was so beautiful yesterday. Angels decided to go sleep at the other end of the couch. But so what brought you to my channel then, TK? Was it my chickens? Was it my tremendous skill with power tools? Well, gee, thank you. That's a very nice thing for you to say. Isn't it nice that YouTube is now going to be playing this the chat along with the replay of the video, so people can see what you just said? That is so sweet of you. Oh, speaking of power tools, I'm looking at the chat instead of the camera. I'm sorry about that. I'm still used to this. I am so thrilled. My brother is cleaning out his house. He's looking to move, and he came across this power tool that he's got no use for. He used it once oh, years ago, and he hasn't used it since. And he asked me yesterday if I wanted it. I said, yes, it's a chop saw. He had a chop saw. He gave me a chop saw. I'm so excited. It's like, is that weird or is that weird? But it's like, you can do stuff with a circular saw, but you got to make sure it's straight. A chop saw, it stays straight. I'm so excited about having it. It's still in the back of my truck. I haven't brought it in yet. Yep. Everyone needs a chop saw. Oh, I'd watch some of these other channels. They're doing things, and I think they all have chop saws. It's like, I want a chop saw. So now I've got one. I didn't even say anything to anybody. I get these ideas, I want these things, and I just keep it to myself. And lo and behold, there it shows up. There's only one other tool that I need that I don't have yet that I really, well, okay, there's two. Mr. Matt, 50 ducks in a hot tub. Yeah. Tell me something. When he does his coffee chat, do you hear him okay? Because I have a really hard time hearing him on my laptop. And I don't know if it's just me or if it's on his end. So I don't know why it is, but I can hear him fine. If he's in the garage doing the hospital ducks, usually I can hear him fine, and I can hear him fine when he's out and about. This is what I was wondering. I mean, I had mentioned it a couple times in his chat, and he just brushes me off. It's like, okay, fine, whatever. I thought maybe it is just my setup, but apparently it's not just mine. Okay. Yeah. So I don't. Hey, what's the point in watching if you can't really hear? I could, I guess, plug in my. Sorry about that. I'm tapping my computer, making a jiggle. Um, yeah, I've got some earbuds I could plug in. I just have them tucked away, so it's a bit of a rigmarole to get them out. And in the morning, I'm usually up and down a lot. So, and at about the time that he's on is when I'm starting to get busy. So it's kind of a pain to be doing the earbuds, but that's okay. These days, I am really busy. Um, as a matter of fact, I have a guy coming today. I hired somebody to help me clear out this house because with the change of my husband's retirement date, it moved up significantly the time that we have to be ready to pull out of here. So, oh, how old is your nephew? And what are you hosting him for? Oh my. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about that. That's rough. So you just babysitting your nephew, or he's a grown man? I'm so sorry to hear that. Were you close with your stepmom, or you have a big family? And we lost my mother, oh my, 18 years ago. Oh wow. Okay, you're not babysitting. Yeah, a harbor pilot. Wow, that's something. Was he involved in helping to evacuate people back on 9/11? There's a lot of things that happened up in New York City on the water there. So you've got a busy week this week. Yeah, I see. My father's retired Navy. Wow, that's rough. I have a nephew that's was over in Iraq, and he's being treated for PTSD right now. He's in a treatment center. That's awesome. That's awesome. So he came out of it all right. No major issues. Excuse me. I guess we're still over there. I think we still have a few people over there. That's wonderful. That is wonderful. Some do and some don't. The husband of my sister's best friend, um, for years, he served in the army, but he didn't see action, and then he saw action the last few years. He just recently retired, and he suffered from some PTSD. Well, yeah, that is true. That is true. It's almost like if you don't have some kind of issue, you're not normal anymore. I try not to let too much bother me. I hear footsteps upstairs. Oh my, I'm looking there saying that we could get 2 inches of snow here, a coating to 2 inches. It's like, oh man, I was not ready for that. I'm thinking, I bagged up hay yesterday and temperatures dropped and they're continuing to drop. And I'm thinking my horses may need more than just one bag of hay this morning. And I was hoping that Dizzy would come on here so I could tell her. Oh, South Dakota, really? Isn't that something? That your weather would be about the same as my weather, and I'm in New Jersey. How are things out in South Dakota? The guy, the family that I used to buy meat from, they raised their own beef and pigs. Um, I used to buy from him, and they moved to South Dakota. They were smart. I missed them being here, but they were smart getting out of Jersey. How are the taxes in South Dakota? New Jersey really stinks. Phew. Man, that is almost worth putting up with the snow. No income tax. Almost worth it. We're going to be moving to Kentucky because they do not tax retirement income. So between my husband and my father, that's a good deal. So whether or not I have an income to be taxed, I don't know. But I'm hardly retired. Now, I know they say it's South Dakota. But you're not really all that south, are you? Because North Dakota is right there at the Canadian border, if I remember correctly. Right. Okay. The banana belt, huh? So I guess maybe you're Your climate is not too much different than what we have here in New Jersey? People keep saying that asking me if we're gonna be able to handle Kentucky. It's like 60 degrees on Tuesday. Mm, I don't think we're supposed to be that warm. I have to when they flash it up on the screen again, I'll have to make note of it. But I saw that it was 49 for either Wednesday or Thursday that they're forecasting. And today isn't supposed to be very warm. I took something out for the trash, got trash pickup today, and I actually had to put something on my feet because I could feel the dampness and the cold. When I'm home, I'm usually running around in my bare feet. So, but I figured if they were talking that it was going to be switching over to snow, I better put something on. So, is that her channel name? Does she have a different channel name? Because that name doesn't ring a bell to me. There was somebody that's in New Jersey, but I can't remember. Oh no, no, I don't. I don't watch a lot of cooking shows, not regularly. I mean, I watch Living on a Dime, but not because of the cooking, just because I think they're cool. And I don't know, just a lot of the other channels, homestead type channels. Uh, See, I'm trying to cut out the pasta. So a lot of the homesteading channels that I follow, they do some cooking, and most of the cooking ones I don't watch. Mainly because they're usually cooking stuff that I'm trying to not eat these days. So, you know, I don't really need to watch it. Makes me want it, you know? Excuse me. So I watch, when I do watch, I watch a lot of homesteading channels, mostly. And I subscribe to, oh yeah? Well, that's good. Maybe I'll have to check her out then. Because that's something I need to be doing. I've cut out a lot, and I'll tell you, I did good yesterday at dinner. I did not have the scalloped potatoes that I made. Did not have the sweet potato casserole. I had just the meat and the vegetables. My brother brought some oven roasted vegetables and some of the side salads and the pickles. Well, I had one dill pickle and olives. In your practice, are you a doctor? Uh oh. Maybe you're a nurse. My brother is a nurse practitioner. That sounds like that would be easy to follow. Yeah, the family brought all these different kinds of desserts yesterday, and I haven't had that stuff in a long time. Oh, now that's a rare thing over my way. At least I haven't been able to find one. Because I don't go to regular doctor. I haven't been to one in years. I just go to a chiropractor. He must he's really fixed me up real well. And I'm just when I heard about the keto diet, um, at first I thought it was just kind of a fad thing, and I just kind of brushed it off. And then I looked into it a little bit more. And it's like, sounds like that might work for me. So I did. That's what I've been trying to do. Yeah, but that's what I've been trying to do, and I've been doing pretty good. It's a little hard because my husband still expects to have some type of a starch at dinner time, whether it be pasta or potatoes or rice or what have you. Um, and so does my father, who is a diabetic. But at least with my father, I control how much I put on his plate. And it's a very small amount like that. Okay. Try to. But and I'm pretty good. I've not had any issues with um, cutting out potatoes. I was never really a big potato person anyway. Um, and the hardest part about not having bread is you can't just make a quick sandwich and run with it. So, but I've been trying. I was doing real good up until last night, yesterday, when they brought out all these desserts, and I will admit it, chocolate. Chocolate is my weakness. And somebody brought chocolate cake. That'll be interesting. I would definitely look into that. I mean, it seems like it's so simple. You just have um, the good fats, and I keep preaching the good fats with my family, um, and not have any margarine or anything like that. I to this day believe that that's what put my mother in an early grave. She was raised on Crisco and margarine. We grew up with Parquet in my home, and everything was, if she fried, it was in Crisco. Um, Biscuits and you use Crisco. Yeah, yeah. I need to get to where I can make my own. I've got the baker's chocolate, and I have some stevia. I'm so busy with everything else. I really don't have the time to make my own kind of sweets or chocolate type stuff. So, but if I do have chocolate, it's the dark chocolate. That'd be awesome. I'd definitely be looking into it. As I'll tell you, I think right now I'm considered the quack in the family. Well, like I said, my brother is a nurse practitioner, a psychiatric one, and I have another sister who um, is working in the medical field, not practice, not a nurse or anything like that. She's more administrative type thing. So she's in that environment. And I've got a cousin who's very close to my family, and she's been a nurse for years, all her life. She's older than the rest of us, but she's very close to us. So I'm like, but it's funny because yesterday my brother and my cousin were talking about joint pain and whatnot, and how they switched to turmeric. Yeah, and it's interesting how a lot of psychiatric issues can be traced to poor nutrition, um, just eating improperly, and I could see it. It I know that I feel better mostly without the carbs. With black pepper. Now that I had not heard that, taking turmeric with black pepper, because I don't use a lot of pepper. That's interesting. Okay, that's it. I have to go get some fresh black pepper. I don't have any fresh black pepper. Because I cook eggs for my father every morning. And if I'm eating breakfast, I have eggs. And I put the turmeric on it. And there's a lot of things I add turmeric to get it into everybody's system who's eating anyway. And I did not know that black pepper was important for turmeric absorption. Yeah. Which is why I want to raise chickens, because we are going through a ton of eggs. We go through about 3 dozen a week, at least. Yeah, I want to raise Muscovy ducks actually, because the constant quacking of the other kind of ducks gives me a headache. They're just constant quack 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 quack, and it's like, oh. But I want to raise Muscovy ducks. I was hoping that Matt would be able to do more with the Muscovies than he has, but the climate is not the best. Excuse me. It was lovely chatting with you too, TK. Thank you so very much. I don't know how often I'm going to do this, but check in. So, thank you so very much. Have a good day. Well, that was fun. Now, I guess since I'm going to be sitting here talking to myself, oh, well, I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay on. I'm hoping the next time that I'm on that I'll be more awake. Maybe I should wait until after I have my second cup of coffee. And like I was saying with TK, I indulged last night with the sweets and I felt it. I got a headache from it, and it's just like I cannot do that. I cannot do the desserts like I did last night. I was hurting by the time I got home and went to bed. It's like, no, I can't do it. It's like hopefully I can just stay on it. So yeah, I'd hoped that Dizzy would come on. If anybody wants another, my friend from the farm has started a new channel on YouTube. I've been pressuring her for years to get on YouTube, because for one thing, she is a fantastic storyteller. She really is. She's got a gift, and she has posted two stories, and I would really like to see her post more. Because she's gifted in that area. Um, but she's still getting used to the camera. She's she's been posting a lot of videos from the farm, just short ones, because she doesn't have an editing program yet. She's still working on it. She's got a smartphone now, and so she can take videos that way. And she was gifted a GoPro a couple years ago, and she's trying to get the hang of that. So, but she is posting more videos, and she's got good information. She's got good content for the most part. She's just needs to get used to using the camera and get a good editing program that she can use so she can put things together. But for what she's got, she's doing great. And the channel is Dizzy's Deeds. And hopefully I can do an interview with her. With things as crazy as they are for me right now, um, it, a lot of the things I had planned on doing in regards to YouTube has been put on the back burner, or maybe not necessarily the back burner, but it's been kind of relegated behind some other things. And so I don't know if I'm going to get these things done or not. And one thing I wanted to do was introduce you to Dizzy. Okay. Um, because I think you guys would enjoy her a lot. She's been on my a couple of my trail riding videos, and she'll come up and we chit chat there at the farm. So she's been like cameo appearances, the Hey video and whatnot. Well, she has her own channel, and I hope y'all will check her out. She doesn't have very many subscribers right now. She's only got about 6. I'm one of them. Uh, but she really is worth it. I fully expect that once she gets the hang of everything, that she will probably surpass me in subscribers, because I really do believe that she is that talented, and once she gets the skills developed with the camera work and editing and all that, I can see her surpassing me really quick. So you can check her out, Dizzy's Deeds, and I will try to remember to put a link down below when this thing is back up. So, well, I am almost out of coffee, and this morning, I'm sorry, I need a second cup. Yes, it's almost gone. So I don't have a lot of dishes to do this morning because I did them yesterday, and the since we ate out yesterday because of Easter, I just don't have the dishes. So that's one thing I don't have to do, but I have other things I have to do. I'm hoping to get that basement finished today. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get the appliances moved out of there because of the weather. We'll have to see. Well, they did say it was supposed to clear later today, so maybe we might be able to get rid of the appliances that are down there. That would be awesome. That would so open up the space. And then I can just pick a corner and stack my boxes so I can see how much we need to move. So my husband can see how much we've got. And I'm just talking just the household stuff. I went and got my my tubs from the tack room that I had built and moved it over to the hay shelter so that I can go through it. Oh, stink. It's raining. I left the tubs outside of the hay shelter so I could wash them when I'm down there again. Well, they're getting washed. The thing is, they're not waterproof. Oh, well. Well, the one is not a big deal, I think, because I think most of what's in that one is going to get thrown out. There's not much good in it. The other one, I had pretty much put my good stuff in. Oh, stink. I hope it's not bad. At least I got my good cinch out of it. Oh, I definitely was not expecting this rain this morning. There's so many things I would have done if I had known that it was going to rain. I had no clue. My saddle's not covered properly because the cats knocked it off the saddle rack. And I noticed yesterday that the tarp over my hay had pulled forward and the back of the hay wasn't covered. Oh boy, I hope that's not going to be. I hope it's didn't pour. Right now it's just like a light rain. So if it was just a light rain and it didn't start that long ago, maybe I don't have any water damage. I hope. Oh my. That's what happens when there's weather over a holiday weekend and you're not expecting it. What are you looking at, Angel? Well, let me see. On April 3rd in 1915, we got 19 inches. That's what they were saying on the news. Coffee's empty. Not good. So I guess I'm going to call it a morning, people. Well, I'll let you know when there's going to be another live event. I don't think you guys want me on here every morning. I mean, it's a possibility, but I don't know. With everything else I got going on. But I'll try and do it at least once a week. We'll see. I don't know if there's any particular day that's better than others, but thank you, TK, for chatting with me. I really enjoyed your chit chat, and you were very helpful. I got to remember to get some fresh black pepper to go with my turmeric. So, talk to y'all later.